morning.
Good morning, Lynn. My guest, her name is Lynn. Hello, Lynn. How are you?
Hi, how are you?
How do you say how are
Sure.
you? And how are you?
你好.
Ni hao.
Yeah, but 大家好, good morning to you all.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah.
So the subject is entitled "From a Rice Field to a." You laugh every time I say it. To a associate teacher,
Professor.
researcher in English.
CUNY Graduate Center.
Yes. So, from a field rice, we can imagine the south of in Hunan,
Yeah, China. Yeah.
China,
Yeah.
and picking up rice. And today, here you are, 15 years of studying, unbelievable story of her life of Lynn. So your life?
My life.
Yes, please.
I sometimes tend to think it's like I'm now living my third life.
Third life. Usually we say the second life.
The-
So tell us about the third life. First life.
I was the girl working in the rice field in the first life, going to schools, right? Way up to high school and college.
The high school and college is free, right? In China.
Almost free.
Okay.
Almost
So
free.
everybody can attend.
No, college you need good grades.
Okay. So high
Yeah.
school you could go.
And high school you still need good grades.
Okay.
Junior high and below.
Everybody could go.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's right.
And then, so your first life. So it was.
So
rice
it
field.
was a fighting from rice field, fighting everything you can do to leave the rice field.
Okay.
That motivated you a lot.
To continue your study.
Like the college, it was like the college education was the only way out to leave that you felt back then hellish. Now it's paradise that is lost.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you finished, and you told me that you succeeded. You have 4 brothers and sisters, and they all went to high school, which is exceptional back then in the province of
Yeah,
China.
in the rural Hunan, it's kind of exceptional. I got this brother and 2 sisters. They all finished high school.
Okay. So you had the determination after high school to go to college.
Oh yeah, that was my purpose. That was first ever purpose of my life. Just.
But you told me something exceptional. You were one of the 1,000 who was accepted, because not everybody could go to college. You had exceptional grades.
I guess sometimes you work really hard, you get better grades than others,
Yes,
and
yes.
you get lucky too.
You told me that you are proud of your father because
I
your mother
was.
is illiterate. Is it true?
Yeah, my mother was illiterate, and my father once had this chance to go to work in the city,
Yes.
but he couldn't. He had to say no because he could not leave my mother, in the countryside,
Yeah.
reading no words, knowing, so little.
So that was their first life.
That was a very hard-working, fighting first life.
Okay. So what about the others? Tell us all about it.
So then you began to play more roles. You see, I research in theater, so I turned, in the end, Shakespeare's so right. The world of the stage, we're all what? Actors, players we are.
Okay.
So this is the second life. My primary role was still like the college teacher. And then you were first a wife.
Okay.
That was new and challenging. I had so little. My mom gave me no education about life, married life.
Of course, no one does.
That's
no?
right. No one did?
No,
Well,
you have to
I
discover
wish,
it by yourself.
I wish I would give my daughter some thing about married life. I'll see what I can do. And then you still in 2 years' time, you get to play this role of being a mother. What do you know? You knew nothing.
Yeah.
So, and then you still want to do now a higher degree.
Yeah. You wanted a high degree.
Oh, always. Trust me, always. I was.
Why? Because it would get you far away from misery or from
No,
poorness.
no.
Why?
It's just like something you have always more. Higher degree, more books. You want to know more.
You were
Degree.
you said you were a worm of books.
Bookworm.
Bookworm.
I was bookworm. I mean, it's less about higher degree and more about more education, better education. That's.
But that's not very good in China when you have very good education compared to your husband. This is what you told me.
But that's today. But back then, when college, better education was also means like a better pay, if you like. But I was not working for actually better pay. Yeah.
So basically, second life, you had a child. You were strangling between being a mom, being a teacher, being a wife, and helping.
Yeah, that was struggling. You're confused very often, and sometimes you began to sort of, complain, and then at one point you stopped that. Let me sit back, think this life over. What it is like I want. Stop, getting confused. Complaining, doing no good, right?
Yeah, no.
Just do something to make it better. So
finally, what did you do? You did a master. You told me you did a master.
Yes, I did. I did my master when I was a mother and a teacher.
And at the end, what happened? You did the master. You finished. But you
I lost my marriage.
Yeah, from the same year she had your degree and master. You had your divorce.
Yeah. 9 months later, I got divorced.
Yeah, but you know what?
I chose it. I chose to get it.
Yeah, you told me, but you know what they say in French? Once a door is closed, a window opens.
I love French, you know.
That's your second life. You finished. What about the third one? The third one? You said
third one. I would say now then I get like sort of a sabbatical of life. Do they say sabbatical?
A year of sabbatical. Usually you don't do anything about it. You just
but
reflect.
Still I was working, but the more I was spending more time busy. I get to leave China for the first time. I was 30. I get to see the sea for the first time in my life.
Oh my God. Yes. And you went to teach.
To teach
Chinese
in Thailand. In Chiang Mai.
1 year.
Penichikan, Chiang Mai. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So this experience gave you
sabbatical, which is a whole year to think more about what I really want, for my life. Yeah.
And you decided
higher education
again.
Or perhaps another life, say a businesswoman.
Okay.
So I tested these two possibilities and decided to stay. Okay, more education.
Focused on your education.
That's right.
And you did 8 years of PhD in English literature. Who wants to get into that?
I'm not really very proud of doing that within 8 years. Everybody else was doing 3, 4, 5, 6 years.
Yeah, but it's so nourishing. It's so
nourishing. But you struggle.
You're not proud,
At one point, I wanted to be so cool. Say, okay, I'm doing whatever Nanjing University. That's where I got my PhD. I would be doing whatever they require for the degree, but I would not apply for the degree.
Okay.
I would graduate without a degree and go back an uncommon woman,
Yeah, you are an uncommon woman.
But in the end, I actually got the degree.
Okay.
So
that's.
I guess I'm just normal.
Okay, but that's your third life.
The third life.
So now you're on the fourth life?
No, this is still. This getting the degree. I would say this is the begin. In some sense, part of the beginning of the third life.
Okay, but you still have a daughter that she is 20.
She's 20. Yes.
And she is doing law.
She's studying law.
Because of a mom like this, she can be something else than.
She did not want to do PhD for one thing, and for another, she
wants to get married.
Right now, she didn't say something. She didn't say that, but she did say something like, okay, because I'm looking for. I'm telling everybody, if I ever get married again, he has to be really good at cooking. And now she has been saying something. My daughter has been saying something like the same.
Okay.
Whoever is going to marry her, or
has to be a good cook.
Has to be a good cook.
Okay, go Italian. They cook very well. They very, very well. So basically, your life was not only uncommon, but it was like outstanding. I don't hear every day, and that's why you accept. And she's very nice. She accepted the interview. Because I think you are very empowering, very inspiring woman that today would give the message to everybody, even in China, like you can do it. You can do it. So that's easier than years ago. True?
I mean, to be honest, sharing, I'm not sure how empowering I could be, but I want to be. I want to.
You are here because of that.
Okay, thank you. Thanks to the, you know,
we are going to go subtitle all that in Chinese anyway, and so people can listen to us all over the world. Yeah. One like thing about your life, because we're having a second part called another Lin. So
another Lin, okay.
So what would you like to end up with this chapter about the 3 lives you had?
Wow, I mean, I'm still living my 3rd life, and I actually plan to live it like, you know, in the way I want, like all the more.
Would you get married again?
If I get to meet the right guy, why not? I still believe in hoping for the best.
But do you think that there is a right guy, or it depends on what you want in your brain, or what's a right guy?
There has to be some right guy somewhere. I still believe in that.
You still believe in magic?
Do.
In magic love, or what?
Magic love, I believe, and magic. My word was like miracle. I believe. I think at some point.
You believe in miracle. Okay.
I mean, like, I believe I have like a couple of miracles in my life, not necessarily romantic ones,
no. Okay.
But
I understand.
So I do. I believe in miracles. But all these miracles is like you work first. You work without thinking about the miracles. You work on one day. The rainbow. It's like the rainbow. Yeah. Rainbows of my life.
Okay,
right?
She's still waiting for the rainbow. That's a very nice image you give us. I will catch you later for another part, which is more intimate and more
intimate.
And more women empowering.
Okay, yeah, from one woman to another. Okay.
Yes, exactly.
Sure.
Catch you later. Bye.
Yeah, later.
This is Shireen again, and my guest Lin. I'm not going to talk to her about being a PhD in English literature, but in China she is called something called leftover woman. Is it true? Is it true that women after 28 years that are not married are just good enough to throw to the bin?
First of all, from where you get to hear this leftover women? Come on.
Yeah, it's called how do you say it in English?
Shennu.
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 Shennu. So Shennu is. Can you tell us what a Shennu is, please? But quickly, just to what is a Shennu? Because I was really shocked when I heard that.
Oh, wow. Voilà. What? So this is
you do not want to be a single lady over 28 in China.
What?
Okay, you can find that in that is a
Daily
Insider.
Daily Telegraph.
Yeah, exactly.
Wow.
So basically, you better be married, not very educated, and actually what they say here is that the most powerful women in China, they're all not married. And they
most, or yeah.
We thought that in the Middle East, that women are particularly smart would not find a husband. But I think in China, if you are smarter or you had more degrees than the husband, so you better not do it or not say it. And even if you are, he feels really shame, you said, or pressures on him.
Pressure. And we have this, like we say, okay, face culture. You don't want to lose your face because your wife is making more money or having a higher.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, people don't actually say that aloud, but
everybody
you feel it as a husband.
Even in big cities.
Even in big cities in general. I thought, hey, this is what? Patriarchal culture.
Leftover women.
Okay, you know what? Leftover women. I'm not even sure I qualify for that.
Why? Because you got married.
Because no, I am a parent too.
Yeah,
you see, I'm a divorced woman.
So how divorce is
shown in? It's more like divorce rates.
Yeah.
Oh, that's another topic. You don't want to start that.
Okay.
All right. So
for
this Shennu, this is really more like girls who have never been married before.
D'accord. And it's true about them.
It's now the word has become really like a more and more popular. Now we are labeled as that. And
so girls,
well, even less than 剩女 because I'm divorced.
Yeah, but girls, if you're 21, 25, and 30, and you're not married and you're smart, come to Europe or America, they would love you.
That's good.
It's true. It is true. They like
advice.
Exactly. So, let us. I'm going to ask you questions that I usually ask to my guest.
Sure.
What would you change in your life if you have the chance to live another one? From your back life, what would you really change? At what sort of point would...
I think I would like to have, try to communicate with my father's daughter like a better, to make the kind of like the marriage life, like, you know, there could be things. There could be things that I could have done.
Communicate with your husband?
That's right. Yeah, a better communication. He's not a really, I mean, a very communicative man. And meanwhile, I was like, oh, I want my life. And, you know, so I could be a little bit more, I guess, patient. Yeah. And so just to, I mean, to make each other like a better person. I thought marriage, love, that was supposed, you know, I mean, supposed to do, yeah. But I guess I could.
Okay, so that's the only thing that you would like to change if you had.
Because any other things, wow, I believe, you know what, I don't even, I mean, I look back, but I don't often look back in regrets. I'm not regretting the divorce. I don't. But it's things like, when I do look back, like the way I took your question, is like, how can I make life even better, like, you know, if I get to,
yes, yeah.
You know,
but you
live
can't change
all over.
Anyway, but
I don't even want to change. Yeah. I was in my 20s. That was the only way I could be doing things like that.
You don't have the maturity of somebody who's...
That's right.
Yeah.
I
so
mean,
you did not know about it.
That's right. I mean, I believe in well, you know, to live the present.
Yeah, live the present.
Yeah. Just, yeah.
Okay, Lynn, one small thing.
Sure.
Every person of us during childhood or during the something happened in your life that changed your perception of life. It could be a book, an encounter, even a movie, a painting, somebody, a stranger that came into your... What is for you the thing that you look back and you say, oh my God, I still remember that?
Oh, I do have like this haunting memory of this incident.
Which is?
But before that, a little bit drama to hold you, like build up some suspension.
Yeah.
No film. It was hardly any film for us back then. No, you mentioned a painting. Yeah. Come on, what is painting? This was not in my life back then. Okay.
There's one thing she told me. She got her first camera and she was 16.
I know.
No, university at college.
21, like with the first salary, and then I got my first camera, no photo. And for some years, no electricity even. That was around before 1980. Okay, now your question.
What was...
I do that thing I remember, like even today, really well, every detail. I was in the kindergarten. And I wasn't sure it's 4 or 5. Mm-hmm. I mean, I went to school. I began my primary at 6, so it has to be before that.
Yeah, exactly. So?
We were entering this competition, you know, tug of war.
Okay.
So with 2 teams, right? And like we were about to win our team. I was always like either the monitor or, you know, like I was right there in the front. I saw that we were going to win. And somehow then, you know, like you wait until you see that red ball to come to your side. Yeah. Somehow then it's just stopped, you know, like moving to our side. And then I saw with my own eyes, their teacher was helping them by stepping on their side of the rope.
Yeah.
What? I was like, you know, so we didn't win, and then because I saw it, I went to our teacher. Come on, you know,
help us.
She was doing that. Please, you know, that's so unfair, and make like, you know, like publicly so an outcry and stuff.
So why you have this?
It's unfair. How could an adult having no kids come on? She was cheating, right?
So all these years, you still remember that?
I remember that. I thought that thing is, yeah, like you said, something like changed the perception of my life.
Yeah.
Justice, to be equal,
okay,
to play fair, men and women. And you know, this is like did I tell you? Like I think you heard it. Like my mom was illiterate.
Yes, you told me that.
And that makes it. That motivated me all the more to do like more years, more education.
Because she was, yeah.
So I thought, fair play,
yeah,
justice,
play. Just fair play in life,
equality.
Yeah, equality.
That's big deal. And my teacher didn't she didn't stand up for that justice that day. I hated her for that.
For you.
I wanted to change, and like if I just then in my life I would so just to. Come on, yeah, justice, right?
I mean, you're right. I mean, I can't say much because myself, I'm coming from a difficult country.
Yeah.
Another question. You have a daughter.
Oh yeah, she's 20 years old.
She's
a law student.
Law student.
Law student.
What would you give her today? Message to her or to any girl that goes to school? She's 15. What is the message today? I think you are a very inspiring person. No matter what, you're very humble. I love about you, Lynn. But tell us, today, what would you be the message for every girl? Because we're going to subtitle all that in Chinese, and she's going to even say it in Chinese. What would you tell them today?
I would say in today's culture, especially I'm talking about things now here in China, with all this, I see an entertainment culture coming. People going crazy, girls, especially girls, going crazy for pop stars and big brands and stuff.
Yes.
So my advice now,
yeah, I mean the
situated context in China for this, like Chinese girls, or I can see also, of course, entertainment culture worldwide. Yeah. I would say, please.
What would you advise them?
Look inside for your beauty.
Don't be superficial.
Go look inside for the beauty.
But it doesn't pay.
But you know what? It doesn't perhaps not get like you have instant food.
Yeah, instant pleasure.
You get it instant. Everything's so instant. Yeah, you got the instant pleasure, satisfaction. But then what? Now we all know what instant food can do to our body.
Yes.
And look inside, and whatever is going to happen to your life, sooner or later, all depends on what you have cultivated inside. And look for the inner
they're
self.
So immature. I mean, at 15, how can you say it? I mean. You were 15.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
Or
you know what? When I was 15, I was always. I'm the bookish. I'm the bookworm. I was the bookworm.
Yeah, but
today I know this. Yeah, this
book
internet. Oh yeah.
Yeah, with a pad.
Yeah, but I
still. The lesson to give them, what would that be?
I would be still really look inside, get a life for yourself, and this is also to see what is most possible, to seek the every last potential that in you, to make the good use of this life. It's don't stop trying, fighting, and don't just get carried away by iPads, just start music.
That's mondialisation. We say this is all over the world.
Yeah,
only in China. Yes.
Yeah.
I mean, she's really fed up about that. That's very so cute. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, tell me something. What if I ask you to define me happiness in your own words? Happiness.
Happiness?
Happiness.
Easy question.
Yes.
Easy
answer.
To be. Oh, okay. Can I just use the easy word? This is from the American psychologist. Self-realization.
Yes. Self-realization.
Yeah.
This is for you happiness.
Yeah, to realize, to be able to do what you really want to do, and to see that you could you do what you know, like your dreams coming true. Isn't that wonderful?
Yes.
And sometimes you do things you were not even expecting yourself to have accomplished.
Yes. This for you
Potentials.
Yes.
I mean, like this is Maslow. He was doing this.
Yes, Maslow. The
Yeah, trying. Yeah. You know, I loved that self-realization. Why not? That's makes me really happy. Like I feel
She's
my
a really
life,
happy person.
like my life has, you know, like right. I said, no regrets, nothing, and I've done what I've always wanted to do.
But you have nothing Chinese. You see, she has a behavior of very European and very outstanding. I don't know if the rice field there like this.
Oh, I guess the spirit is there because you just need to, you know, go steady and plant this, you know.
But it's something in you. I'm sure you're different from your brothers and your sisters. I'm sure there's something about you.
Yeah, I mean that's also something about you too.
Yeah, curiosity.
Like you know,
curiosity.
Oh,
kills the cat.
That I got. Yeah, I had the reputation for being curious.
You see,
adventurous.
So
to seek the unknown. That's.
For some people, they are afraid of unknown. You're the one who's seeking.
That's what I seek. I welcome. I embrace. I seek. I take this step forward. You were looking for advice.
Yeah.
Take a step forward to see what's out there. Yeah. That's look inside than what you want, and then you take the step.
I love this quote that says, "That's too." If you think, Seneca said it. I don't know if you know it. If you think that routine, if you think that adventure is dangerous, try routine. It's mortal. This is what you're saying, actually. Go for it. And
routine life could kill me. I cannot stand that.
Yeah, this is how. That's why you got everything you did.
Oh, I mean, I will not say I've got everything.
Before the last question, the thing I like to ask: what if I was a magician today, French, and I have a magic wand, and I would tell you, voila, you have one wish. What would you ask me to do? But don't think about it. Fast.
Teach my mom to read and write.
Oh my God. Yeah. But you could have done that.
That's right.
And
so like if you were a magician, you can make that happen.
Yeah. During all these years, you didn't teach her how to write and
it wasn't. Shame on me. I mean, I left home at age 17, going to college. At 14, even high school, I was living at school. And
so basically, the thing you wanted, the wish you wanted, is that your mom would read and write.
That's right.
But it's never too late, and you know that.
I know. She's 80. Then I was like, I took her to Singapore.
Yes. With
my elder sister and my daughter. And I was like, I was telling her, Mom, I'm your ears. She says like something like also like, I am her ears and eyes.
Okay.
So, you know, like, imagine how you felt when you heard that from your own mom.
I do. One last word you would say to all these Chinese and international and everybody that is looking at us. What would you last say?
Oh, wow. You know what? I can borrow this American poet, Emily Dickinson, my favorite quote ever.
Yes.
I and you guys, whoever have been watching, we dwell in possibility.
We dwell in possibilities.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wonderful.
Just, you know, so you never know.
Everything is possible.
Yeah, that's the spirit, but you have to go take the step forward.
You have to go
to be curious,
yes, and
right?
go for it.
Yeah, don't stay like
there and wait for it to
you know, oh, this is safe. Comfort zone, right? Take a step forward. What's wrong about that? See what's outside the other side of the mountain, the river. Just go for it. Have a look. Experience life. Live a life. Don't.
Well, these are the words of Lynn. Believe me, you have to take them seriously because she came from very, very far away. I can only encourage you again and thank you to be with me today because I know you had very, very schedule.
Busy
schedule. And I'm so happy to have met you here in New York. And you're welcome to come to Lebanon. I just said that before.
Yeah.
So please, you could be really a fresh air. And who knows? We might do things together. Who knows?
I look forward to that. Thank you. I enjoyed like knowing you the other day, and now we get to do this.
Yes, you see? I took it seriously. She thought I was like a camera and doing it.
Yeah, you know.
Okay.
Yeah.
thank you again. Thank
Pleasure.
you to everybody,
yes.
and I'll catch you soon.
Yeah.
Bye.
Thank you.
Merci.